guys, welcome back to some more F1 2016 and part 24 of the Return of Glory with McLaren Honda. And today we have the third race of Season 2 in China. And yeah, last episode we were in Bahrain, we got pole position, couldn't quite convert that into a race victory, and we finished 4th in the end. We're going to move the race distance down to 25% due to time constraints, and yeah, let's get into things. We'll certainly see if there's any announcements for us. I don't think there will be, particularly. We haven't upgraded anything, obviously after huge upgrades last time out. But we are leading the championship at the moment, remember, after winning in Australia. And then our 4th place there. No announcements. Let's see if any teams have upgraded. Doesn't look like it. So that's what the performance comparison looks like at the moment. We're leading the way. Then Red Bull, then Mercedes and Ferrari and Williams 4th and 5th. Then Toro Rosso, Haas, Force India, Manor, Renault and Sauber way behind. Obviously. So there's the standings. We're 6 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton in 2nd place, Fernando in 3rd, looking good, and we're currently top of the constructors, and that's the trophy room so far this season. So, you know, obviously we've improved our first 2 performances from last season. Can we get another improvement in China? That's what we'll find out. So I'm now going to hand over to David Croft, who will take us through the opening stint of race day. See you then.
Hard work, ingenuity and ambition. All things you'll find in abundance amongst the 15 million people of Shanghai over there to our southeast. And we've got plenty of that here on the grid as well. 20,000 horsepower, give or take, chomping at the bit to be unleashed for the Chinese Grand Prix. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, tests their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1, and of course down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14. As the drivers complete their preparations, down below us on the grid, one man who's no stranger to the pre-race pressure is Anthony Davidson, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
See if you can achieve 2nd or better.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Fernando Alonso in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have a McLaren, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen and Rosberg, Hamilton, Vettel, Grosjean and Felipe Massa, Bottas, Sainz, Sergio Perez and Gutierrez, Hülkenberg, Kvyat, Pascal Wehrlein and Jolyon Palmer, Haryanto and Magnussen, Marcus Ericsson and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right guys, here we are in P3, only 1,000th of a second behind our teammate Fernando Alonso, 2/10 of pole position. So that wasn't ideal, but P3 I'm fairly happy with, to be quite honest. We did have to use an extra set of super softs in Q2 though to get through, and that means that we are you know, on the back foot a little bit. I mean, I think a lot of the strategy is going to be done on the fly. We're going to try a one-stop, and we'll see if that works. But here we go. Let's get into things. You know, all I can say is thank you for the reception on pods 22 and 23. You know, the return of F1 season 2 to the channel. Yeah, you know, it's gone down well. Got a decent amount of views. Obviously, I've got a lot more subscribers than I did when this first came out. So, you know, that's possibly to be expected that some people will be interested in the Formula 1 content. But yeah, it's been a good restart to the series. I'm hoping to get through this season at least, maybe one more before the next F1 game comes out. Some people have been asking for online F1. I just simply don't have the time to do that really anymore. You know, I'm at uni full time. You know, it's 20 hours a week pretty much for a maths degree, and that's only, you know, the time that you're actually in lectures. You know, time waiting about. I'll probably do a 30-hour week. You know, if you include all of the waiting about time and whatever in Newcastle and travelling. Yeah, I travel 2 hours a day, so that's 2 hours. Which makes 10 straight away for the week. So yeah, I just don't have the same amount of time that I did in the summer to do with F1. That's why there's no qualifying report anymore. That's why it's not as frequent as it used to be. I think we used to have it every couple of days back in its pomp. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying, and you know, we're getting ready for the new F1 season. It starts in a couple of weeks in Australia, so let us know who you think will be F1 2017 World Champion. Ferrari looked very good in the first test, but testing, you know, is a whole different story to what it is in real life, and when you're out there on the track in Melbourne. But here we go. We're in our grid slot and we're angled away from Fernando, which is interesting. I think if I had control that, I would be aimed towards Alonso, because that's sort of the direction we're going to be heading in, hopefully. We're certainly looking to win this race, consolidate our lead in the championship. We're obviously on 37 points at the moment. If we can come out of this above 50, I'll be very, very happy. Our team want us to finish second. We obviously want to beat Rosberg as well. He's in 6th. So here we go, getting ready for lights out. Here come the lights. Lights out, away we go. A very good start here, and we're going to jump our teammate Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen into turn 1. Max Verstappen on the slower tyre, of course, and we have the extra grip to utilise, and we're leading into turn 1. Fernando Alonso looks like he's got past Max Verstappen as well, and Verstappen's teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who's having a look at Fernando. We just go a little bit wide there. Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso battling it out behind us for second place. We break down into turn 4 and we lead currently from Daniel Ricciardo, from Fernando Alonso, and then Max Verstappen, the pole sitter, in 4th position. So a good start for us here, and we've moved up from 3rd. Ricciardo's moved up from 4th, so it looks like the second row have had the better of the first row so far, and we're going to have to try and build a bit of a gap to Daniel Ricciardo, because he's on the slower tyre, so he's going to go further in this first stint than we are, and obviously we're going to go on to the medium tyres, which is a risky strategy in itself. So yeah, certainly very, very interesting indeed, going into the longest straight in Formula 1 apart from the one in Baku, I think. So yeah, here comes Daniel Ricciardo. He's having a look at us. He's in our slipstream. We're going to try and break it and maybe cover the inside line going into the sort of final hairpin, and yeah, that's not too bad at all. And we're going to come into the final corner now, and we're leading after lap 1, which is very good to see. and yeah, only 25% remember this race
Window is open.
due to my time. So yeah, we've got 14 laps, well 13 laps now, where we have to put in laps and stay ahead of Daniel Ricciardo for our second win of the season. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo then on the second lap. We just move to the inside, accept that he's probably going to try and overtake us, but he's having a look around the outside. We obviously hold the inside line, force Daniel a little bit wide. Fernando's in there as well, and Daniel Ricciardo just about manages to stay behind us, and we're still in the lead. We've got that horrible bollard on our car, and it looks like Verstappen's made the fastest lap there. Bottas has just smashed that, but we are struggling for grip most definitely here. So I think we need to come in, to be quite honest with you. We're going to come in this lap.
To change or stick to plan A?
Well, here comes Daniel Ricciardo. He's going down the inside. Fernando Alonso here as well. Obviously DRS enabled this lap. We're going to brake quite early and just hold it round the outside. Obviously we're coming into the pits, and hopefully Daniel Ricciardo sees that too. Oh, that could have been nasty. We're into the pits now. We obviously lock up a little bit. I don't know where the line is. It's round about here. We've lost a lot of time there. Oh, and we've got a drive through. Oh no.
Okay for speeding in the pit lane this time.
Oh dear.
So with a drive-through penalty.
We basically ruined our race there, and it was all because we had a bit of a nasty entrance into the pit lane. We didn't know where the speed limiter was, and yeah, we went in at 50 mile an hour on a 49 limit. And got ourselves a lovely drive-through penalty, which is just incredible, isn't it? We're probably going to come in this lap for that, and then see what we can do on these medium tyres. So here we go, we're going to come in for our drive-through penalty. Make sure we get down to 50 this time. And we're coming through. Obviously right at the back of the grid now, so it's going to be a fight back. Hopefully a safety car or something like that comes out, and it means we can close up the gap, but things aren't looking promising at the moment. Well guys, we've caught up to this little group in front of us, and looks to be about 5 cars, which would take us up to, 12th place, which is pretty good considering how bad a pit stop we had. We had the drive-through as well, and you can see that Fernando isn't too far ahead of us at the moment. He's in that big group. That's about, 5 seconds ahead of this group, so if we can keep going at the pace that we are at the moment, we're the fastest car on the circuit by quite some margin. I think we can still get some good points today. We're going to have a look at Esteban Gutierrez here, and we pass him pretty easily. We're now going to have DRS on Harianto when we come onto this long straight, and this is going to give us a little bit more time to what we already had, and we're just going to fly past Rio Harianto in the manor, and we're already up to Romain Grosjean and the likes. We're actually going to move down to standard for a little bit because we don't want to waste all of our fuel. But that's Hulkenberg in the pit, so we're up to 14th now, and if we can pass these 3 cars, that moves us to within a place of the points, which, to me, didn't seem possible a few laps ago, but we're fastest car on the track, and Perez, Grosjean and Hulkenberg are the next on our list, and then we can hopefully catch up to that group ahead before the end of the Grand Prix. So just braking nice and easily down into that corner. It's a tough one, that turn 4. We don't want the dirty hair to have too much of an effect here, but there's not much you can do about it. Oh, that could have went badly. It didn't though. We're going to make a move on Hulkenberg, whether he likes it or not. And we're through. Last year's career mode obviously was with Nico Hulkenberg. Oh dear. Coming through. I'm going to stick into Rich Mix. Apparently, oh, I was going to say apparently we don't have DRS, but we do. Not sure we've quite got enough laps to catch the group ahead, but I am going to absolutely try my hardest here. Now right behind Roman Grosjean. It looks like we are going to get DRS for a second time. Yeah, here we go. This is our chance. We've got to pass them here. And then push ahead on the next group. Yeah, we're going to hold a narrower line. And we're going to fly past, hopefully. Oh, we're through. And now Felipe Massa, recently unretired Felipe Massa, is the next car in front. And there's a group of 4. If we can catch them by the end of the Grand Prix, we'll be doing well. On to the last lap then, we're within 2 seconds and they're battling it out ahead. Oh my god, this is going to be an exciting conclusion. Massa having a look at Raikkonen, who's having a look at Carlos Sainz, and we're going to come in and hopefully spoil everyone's day and get up to 6th place. That's what we're hoping for.
This is your final lap of the race.
A lot of weaving going on ahead. Well, obviously within a second now. Raikkonen is ahead of Sainz. Bottas might be a little bit out of reach for us, but not for the want of trying. Maybe even Raikkonen. Oh. I mean, we're just running on fumes in terms of fuel, and the tyre mustn't be existent now. Going down the inside of Massa, that's 1 past. And we're going to get a better exit than Carlos Sainz by the looks of things. He's obviously in the 2015 powered Ferrari, so he shouldn't be too clever. And we're going to get right in his slipstream. DRS enabled. This is going to be so close. Down the inside of Carlos Sainz. I don't think we're going to have quite enough to get the Raikkonen. Oh, bit of a contact there. Daniel Ricciardo has won the Chinese Grand Prix. We come flying out of the final corner, and we have recovered to finish in 8th. Disappointing in the end, but we managed to get some decent points. But yeah, a tough one to take that. And it looks like Daniel Ricciardo has won it.
Red Bull today. What a superb victory.
Don't know who finished second. Mercedes is definitely on the podium.
Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition.
And it looks like Verstappen finished on the podium as well. So a Red Bull 1-3 with maybe Nico Rosberg, the guy with them. Felipe Massa finishing in 10th, of course.
There's no good having a
unlucky for him.
Behind the scenes without a talented hand, of course.
And I can see now the
Nico Rosberg in second.
We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
It should have been us up on that podium today. If it wasn't for that drive-through, I think we'd have dominated. But that's what happens. That's what happens. And there you go, Fernando Alonso finishing in 4th, only a second off the race win. Hamilton in 5th, and then our group Bottas, Raikkonen with us in Sainz and Massa. Looking at the championship, Fernando Alonso has took the lead, and then 3 drivers, including us, on 41 from 2nd to 4th. Constructors, McLaren still leading the way, Mercedes just behind in 2nd place. Let's just make David Croft shut up, because we all know he talks nonsense anyway. So yeah, there you go. That's our career score. I funnily enough think that we're going to drop quite badly here, because we'll have failed all of these, or maybe the last one will have passed. Yes, we'll have just passed that. So yeah, we're not impressing the team, massively at the moment. It doesn't look like we have any emails or anything like that. So we've been knocked off the top of the championship, but it's a McLaren 1-2. It's a while since that's happened. It definitely is. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like down below if you did. You don't have to, of course, but it means a lot for me and for the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.